If you want to travel to Switzerland during May, then you better watch this video first, because here I'm going to share you all the important things that you need to know, otherwise your trip may not go as you want it to be. So I'm going to talk about the weather, the attractions, the season, food, culture and many other things, and with that you're definitely going to be best prepared for your upcoming trip. Let's get directly started with the weather. So first of all, May is a rather mild month, it's mid-spring, and with that the temperatures are not going to be too high, so usually it's around 15 to 20 plus degrees. Often you can walk around in shorts and even t-shirt, but the moment the sun is disappearing, it's going to be rather cold, so here it's always good to have long pants and a pullover with you. By the way, same goes for the nights, usually the temperatures will drop below 15 degrees Celsius. Often I'm getting the question if it's going to be very sunny. Well, May, it can be very sunny, but it can also be very rainy. So it's always a little bit of a lottery. Sometimes there will be a lot of sun, sometimes it will be rather rainy, like in 2021. So here it's always good to have a plan B for indoor attractions in case if there's not going to be a lot of sun outside. If April was very cold, then all of this messy weather thing, it's going to be shifted towards May. That means it can be very sunny in the morning, then suddenly it's going to rain and then there will be snowfall. This can happen usually during the first 2 weeks of May, but normally all of that happens in April, so May is either going to be sunny or rainy. Towards the end of the month, the temperatures can even raise above 25 degrees Celsius. And by the way, even though it's going to be only May, the UV index can already be high. We continue with the season. May is a really great month, so only few people are traveling around, usually those without kids or elders. So this makes it really to a great month, if not even to the best month to visit Switzerland. In May, the season is going to be a bit different if you're going to stay in the lowlands of Switzerland or if you go to visit the Swiss Alps. In the lowlands of Switzerland, pretty much all of the hotels and the attractions are going to be open. On the weekends, you'll have a lot of Swiss people going for excursions. But in the Alps, it's going to be different. Over there, winter season just ended. Usually that happens around April. And with that, many of the hotels, they're going to close for a break, which takes us just to the next point. So when it comes to the hotels, in the Alps, its choice is going to be limited. And with that, it's a really good idea to book at least 2 weeks in advance. In the lowlands, you can be very spontaneous. You can even just call the hotel on the very day you want to stay there at. That's usually possible because pretty much all of the hotels are going to be open over there. By the way, same goes for the restaurants. In the Alps, for the restaurants, it's basically going to be the same as for the hotels, but here you can be a bit more spontaneous. So at least call the restaurants on lunchtime if you want to go there for dinner, or also just one day ahead should be good enough. And because it's low season, everything is going to cost less. Usually the attractions are cheaper, and same by the way goes for the hotels. So here you really have a lot of benefits if you're going to visit Switzerland during May. A question that I do get a lot, is Switzerland going to be lush green during May? The answer is yes, but not from the very beginning. So if April was rather cold, then the beginning of May is going to look something like this. But if you're lucky, April might already have been warm, and then the beginning of May is going to rather look like that. In May, we're already at the second half of spring, so much of the blossoms already have happened. With that, by the way, also the cherry blossoms and so on, you already will have missed that, but you still can enjoy the wisteria. These are those beautiful purple blossoms that look absolutely beautiful. You can enjoy them in Switzerland, especially in the north, during the first 10 days of the month. And as May is going to progress, everything is going to look greener and greener, and then the last 2 weeks it's going to look perfectly lush green. Now the next question that I often get is, will there be a lot of snow? The answer is yes, but also here you have to bear in mind if you're staying on the low altitude, there's definitely going to be no more snow. Might be maybe lucky if there's still going to be snowfall, although that is rather rare. But if you go on higher altitudes, above 2,000 meters, you're still going to have snow. And if you're above 2,500 meters, there's definitely going to be a lot of snow. If you want to see snow, basically just visit any of the summits. You can also go to the Kleine Scheidegg, Jungfraujoch, Klein Matterhorn. Over there, you definitely will have a good amount of snow. And what I do find very special in May is the beautiful contrast between the lush green landscape and the snow-covered mountains. I think this is probably the best month of the entire year if you want to have a beautiful impression like this. So far, May sounds like a rather great month. There are going to be basically no tourists, the weather is going to be mild, usually sunny, can be rainy, and then there's still going to be a lot of snow, everything is going to be lush green. But now, what to do when you're going to visit Switzerland during this month? So basically, the attractions now, they're preparing for the summer season, and with that, many of them are going to be already open. You can go for adventure parks, zip lining and so on. You can visit various waterfalls. You can go to the Rhine Falls and take some of the boats. You can visit caves, the underground lake at Saint-Léonard. So many things to do. But for some of the attractions that are already open, they might be only operating on a few days on the week because it's not peak season yet. If you're going to visit them in July and August, then they're definitely going to be open for the entire week. Now, some of the attractions are still going to be closed, for example, the famous Djemo, then also the Vertikalp at Émousson, the steam railway train up to the Brienzer Rothorn, it can only access Alps, and then also the Schienige Platte railway. Attractions like these, they're only going to open up during the end of May or even in early June. There are many things that you can do in May, but not everything is going to be open yet. If you really want all the attractions to be open, well then you'll have to visit Switzerland during June or even July. But with that, you're going to already have more travelers that are going to share the places with you. When it comes to food, May is the peak season for asparagus. Here I highly recommend you to visit the town of Flach. Over there you have the restaurant called Obermühle, where you can try the finest and most tender white asparagus. It's really good, a rather secret tip. And also in May, as the weather is going to warm up, it's already going to be gelato season. For that I have another secret tip for you. You can go to the village of Rüdlingen. Over there is the gelateria called Paolangelo. It's only open on sunny weekends, on Saturday and Sunday. And there you probably can try the best gelato in all of Switzerland. I'm not kidding. It's also going to be rhubarb season. That's a vegetable that we consume as if it was a fruit. Usually we add it to various desserts like tarts, yogurts and so on. May sounds too good to be true, but you have to bear in mind it is not summer yet. Many people they think because everything is going to be lush green and various attractions are open again, it's going to be perfect also for swimming in the nature. However, the water is still cold. If you want to swim in the rivers, then you can only do that during the last 2 weeks of May. And if you want to enjoy swimming in beautiful places in Ticino, the water over there is still very cold. It's usually below 12 degrees Celsius. So for that, you only can go there around June or even July. Although we have long days in Switzerland and the sun is going to set only after 8:30 or even 9 p.m., still it's not going to be necessarily warm. So here you really have to be aware. May is still spring and not a summer month. Before we're going to continue, what do you think about visiting Switzerland during May? Or is there any other month that you prefer? Well, please let me know down in the comments. I'm really interested to read your opinions. It's great to hike during May. Many of the trails are going to be open again. Everything below 2,000 meters should generally be no problem. It's going to be again lush green, and also the temperatures are mild. With that, you're not going to sweat a lot, and there are also not going to be many people around. So basically, perfect time for hiking. If you want to go hiking on the higher altitudes, the trails are only going to open up in June or even July. Especially the trails above 2,500 meters, they're definitely going to be closed for the entire month of May. Usually they will only open up in July. The pass roads are some of Switzerland's greatest attractions. They're going to take you through some of the most beautiful landscapes in the Swiss Alps. Basically, that's a road that connects one valley to the other one, so you're going to drive up and again down. And these roads are going to open up in May. Usually it happens in the middle of the month. Roads like the Klausenpass, Gotthardpass, they're going to open up in May. And then the ones at the Furka and Nuffenen, usually these are the two pass roads that are going to open up the last. Usually that happens in the end of May or even in early June. A good date for reference is usually the weekend of Pentecost. If you cannot take the pass roads, then you still have the car train tunnels. They're even operating as the summer season is going to start. These car train tunnels are going to serve as a shortcut. You can take such at the Vereiner Tunnel, Autoverlad Furka, or even at the Lötschberg. It's going to cost around 35 to 40 Swiss francs per vehicle. About the waterfalls, during May there's going to be a lot of snow melt, so most of the waterfalls in Switzerland are going to look especially powerful. That's absolutely majestic. When you're going to the Lauterbrunnen Valley, you're going to see the waterfalls being now very, very prominent. This is something absolutely breathtaking. Across Switzerland, there are so many waterfalls. They're going to look especially powerful, so really take your opportunity. May is the right month for that. Although it's going to be low season in May, there are 2 weekends that you really need to be aware of. First, the weekend on Ascension Day. That's going to be a 4-day weekend. Many of the Swiss people, they're going to travel around, especially in touristy areas. A lot of the hotels are going to be fully booked. So here, really make sure that you're going to do that in advance. The next weekend is going to be on Pentecost. People in Switzerland are off for 3 days. If 1st of May is going to fall on a Friday or Monday, then the weekend is also going to be very packed. But here, even more important, I highly recommend you to skip visiting the cities of Zurich and Bern. Over there, there's going to be a lot of demonstrations, and I really think you can spend your time much better anywhere else. And now let's finish up with the culture. In May, some great things are happening. There are various medieval festivals all around Switzerland. There you can see great spectacles with simulated fights. You can also visit medieval villages. Really, really fun. Then there are also going to be cow fights. That's very interesting. So very important, this has nothing to do with the bullfights in Spain. So none of the cows is going to die. Basically, 2 Eran breed cows, they are going to wrestle with each other, and the moment one of these cows is going to turn away, the fight is over. The Eran breed, well, they're known for their very aggressive nature. Very interesting to watch. Such fights you can usually see in the canton of Valais. And then in some of the cities and villages, you're also going to have markets. So I hope with this video could help you for your upcoming trip to Switzerland in May. And if you want to know how it's here in June, then I'm going to see you over there. Otherwise, if you're more interested in the top 10 passwords of Switzerland, then let's meet over there.